A woman gets kicked out of her home by her mother-in-law with no other choice. She just runs into the mountains and builds herself a place to live on a slope. Because her husband, who works far away all year, barely ever comes home. Every single thing inside and outside the house, all the heavy work falls on the woman alone. But even though she works hard without a word of complaint taking care of the house and her in-laws, and never once says anything negative, she still never gets any real kindness back. Her mean in-laws truly look down on her, treating her like a free maid. The dirtiest and toughest farm work and house chores are all forced on her, and on normal days they always gossip behind her back, bad-mouthing her everywhere, saying she can't keep her husband close to her. Life feels miserable and hard to get through. At first the woman still holds on to hope in her heart, silently gritting her teeth and bearing it. She always thinks that as long as she takes good care of the home, stays out of trouble, and patiently waits for her husband to come back so they can be together, the family can live a good life. A peaceful family reunion is the biggest happiness, but giving in again and again, and putting up with things again and again, not only fails to get her in-laws to understand or treat her better, but instead she gets seen as weak and easy to push around, and they treat her even worse and make life even harder for her. Usually if she even dares to say just a couple words back, she immediately gets labeled as someone who doesn't know proper behavior and talks back to her elders, getting upset and scolded for no good reason. The thing that finally breaks her back comes out of nowhere with no warning. Her sister-in-law at home accidentally breaks the ceramic bowl she kept close to her heart. She just says a couple of fair things in return, and unexpectedly her in-laws immediately get angry and turn on her. Without caring about right or wrong at all, they cruelly kick her out of the house, saying straight up that this family can't have her anymore. With her heart full of hurt, she quickly reaches out to her husband who is far away, hoping for a little comfort and some backup, but her husband just casually says don't hold it against family, never once taking her side or standing up for her. At that moment the woman completely gives up and her heart turns cold. She firmly and decisively leaves her cold in-laws home that has no warmth at all. But she doesn't have a single cent to her name. Renting a place in the city or buying a home is something she can't even think about. With no options left, she turns and looks at the wild slopeland by the mountain on the outskirts. Remembering when she was young, she learned the full set of carpentry and house building skills from her father. She immediately makes her decision to use whatever materials are right there, work with her bare hands without relying on anyone else, to build herself a free place to call home. With skills this good, she has no reason to worry about finding work. She goes into the mountains to chop wood and dig up soil without any professional tools. She just works with a sickle and a hoe, leveling the ground and laying the foundation. She handles every single step all by herself. She starts working every day before the sun even comes up, and rests a little by the campfire at night, day after day, leaving early and coming back late, working hard with her head down. Her hands get covered in thick calluses. Her body gets coated in dust and scratches, exposed to wind and sun. But she never once thinks about giving up. She somehow turns that barren slope into a warm and solid little home just for herself. A video just a few minutes long sums up the whole process. In real life she went through countless hard days and nights, all relying on her own toughness to make a home. I sincerely give a big thumbs up to this independent, strong, self-reliant woman. For those friends who want to support her and respect her for being so hardworking, be sure to give lots of likes and comments and raise your hand to give her a boost. If a perfect score is 100 for this heartwarming little cabin built with her own two hands, what score would you give it?